already got a crowd going, bro.
All right, I think we're here.
Yeah, we got.
I started it, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Dude, this thing is like, stop ringing. You got the chat. All of a sudden, every message apparently wanted to go through. Yeah, you got Big Wrench Tech. You got Full Throttle kind of guy. You got Big Block 402. Hey, there you go.
Nice.
Tony's in here. Dean's in here. Henry's in here.
Tony, they lied to you.
Wait, who's muted? He said muted. Am I muted? No, you can hear me. Can't you?
I shouldn't be muted. I think we're are we all muted?
No, maybe we were at the start. Full Throttle kind of guy. Yeah. Turlos is saying hello, y'all. Wait, you saying yep? Are we muted? No, we're not muted.
I don't know.
I can hear you. Oh, okay. It says no. Yeah. Okay. Loud and clear. Okay.
Now the fun part is I got to try to get the actual YouTube side of it up. It never lets me do it.
Oh, like the backstage or the other part?
Yeah. Well, I open up a separate screen so I can see some of the comments. Because sometimes it doesn't show them on StreamYard.
Oh, okay. This is so weird. Every time I comment, it says your name. I don't know how to change that.
What?
Like if I put a comment, it shows Zoli's.
Well, where are you writing it in? Are you writing it in, you or in StreamYard?
Yeah.
You're not amazing. Quit trying to give yourself credit.
You said it, man. You said it. Chris says he hears us all.
Okay.
Paul says LMC.
Chris, are you surviving? I saw your text. You said you're running on a generator. So you get for living 45 minutes out into the sticks.
Well, are you going to be all right if I step away for 1 second? You want me to wait for somebody to hop in here?
No, I'll be okay. I've talked to myself before. I usually do it all the time. Hey, ASL, what's up, man?
That's true. All right, hold on. I'm going to mute myself. I'll be right back. Just give me like maybe 5 minutes or so.
Just pinch it off and get back here. What's up? I'm trying to find it on the YouTube thing, but I think I can see most of the comments. All right, in this, I'm not a big StreamYard guy. Obviously, when you see my normal lives, I'm on YouTube's thing because I can operate it better. This is way too high class for me. Just got out of the hospital. What'd you do, man? I seen you make some posts about that. Trying to get back. Okay, Charles. Well, we'll be here whenever you can get back in. I know, dude. It's getting cold out here too. We only have 3. Oh man. So you got an expectation when they're going to get the power back on? I had to go back to work. Turlo's got it, Fox. Turlo's won. He walked away with it, but it was a good game. He had some good answers, man. It'd be hard to say that he wouldn't be a winner tonight because he had some really good answers. I got to try and find my other thing here. Let's see. I know it's in here somewhere. I don't know what we got here. I had to go to work. Wow. Well, that sucks, man. You guys got some heat out there, though, even though you got no power? I'm hoping you got some crap load of firewood to burn anyways. Auto salvage is everywhere. He's everywhere. Oh, wait a minute. What we got here? Oh, look at this guy. Look who we let in the show. You got a mic?
Well, I don't know. It's probably on my phone. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you turn your phone sideways? There we go. Beautiful. Nice.
Not that I just happen to have a stand up in my garage, but I happen to have a stand up.
Working on a budget.
Hey man, you got to do what you can. Meanwhile, you can look at my shirt.
So, let's see. Oh no, that sucks, ASO. Oh, that's too bad. Well, I hope you get healed up. Jeez. I remember when that went down. Uh-oh. So you don't have any firewood, dude? Dude, let me know. I got some here if you need it. You have to come get it, though. Actually, you should have plenty of firewood up in the hills there. Oh, man. So what's everyone got going on tonight? It's flipping cold out here, man. All the other guys other than Bryce were all Washington guys. We're all freezing to death. Freaking temperatures dropped again. Of course, full throttle kind of guys from Hillsboro, so he's getting just as much.
Oh, dude, let me tell you, it was nothing like getting all 4 seasons in one day. It was just amazing. And I think the wind gusts were like 20 miles an hour where I was working. And so I got hydroblasted, so my face is like beet red. It looks like I've been drinking a fifth, but it's not the case. But it's not the case. But that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Beer's my heat. Yeah, you have enough beer then?
Oh, can you ever have enough beer? Is the question.
Still sick, but I'm here. Well, I'm glad to have you here, ASO. So what do you got going on, John?
What don't I have going on? Well, I picked up the 390, and we had talked about it from the one video I posted. One thing I like about working and sharing information with some of the Ford friendly folks is you guys are eagle eyes, and I think it was Bar Rose and yourself, of course, noticed the same thing I did in regards to the 390. I got a steal on this thing, and as you know, as I was driving home, I told you about picking it up.
So for some of the guys that didn't know or haven't seen your video yet, let everyone know kind of what you did.
Gotcha. So just like all us car people, sometimes you get up at night and you just want to hit the Facebook Marketplace real quick, and there was a 390 that popped up, and I had talked to Oli matter of fact, less than a week prior to that, and I was like, hey, I'm looking for a 390. I got a 62 Ford Galaxy, but that thing hemorrhages oil like the Exxon Valdez, man. So it's like all over the place. So anyways, for only the princely sum of 500 schmackers, this guy was selling a 390 with adjustable roller rockers on it. Well, hell, for the price of the roller rockers, I mean, really, it was a steal. The complaint was it had excessive oil consumption. Not that it smoked, but it had oil consumption. Where'd it go? What's the magic trick in regards to oil? Well, with the Ford FE, and if anybody's ever worked on a FE, and of course FE's Ford Edsel, those intake manifolds are next level heavy. So
whoa, hold on. I thought FE meant freaking expensive.
Yeah, that too. That's the new era. Especially thanks to Ford versus Ferrari. Everybody wants an FE now because they think they're cool. So and it's funny too because the one thing with FEs too, if you ever think, hey, I'm going to buy an FE and I'm going to get some decent gas mileage out of that, dude, just forget that as a concept. Not happening, dude. Those things are just horrendous when it comes to gas. They got good power, but they're a torquey motor, good RPM range. You don't have to turn them, incredibly high, but they can move some gunboats. Thus, they wound up in everything from, LTDs, pickup trucks, you name it. And I think it was like 67 was like the first year for the FE to pop up in the Mustang, but also the Cougar, So and it's funny too, in this world, you could take a 67 Mustang, and let's just say going back to the one example that was shared earlier during the contest, the 67, it went for the princely sum of $1,200, man, and that was a smoking deal. If I would have saw that too, I would have got sweaty palms. It's like, that's a weekend trip, 24 hours down, and you got a wonderful car. Anyways,
I would have been all over the top of that thing.
Oh, like a hobo on a ham sandwich. You could not give away a 67 Cougar. You could not give away '67 Cougar. Cougar's getting no love, and that's a sad thing because they are great cars. And that's a sad thing because they are great cars.
They're a better looking car than a Mustang, in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
and here's the thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of like
Here's the thing. It's kind of
in GM, you got Chevrolet that was Workman's car. Cars run, stay together the whole 9 yards. They got good lineage and history. Well, the next up brand was really going to be Pontiac.
Hey, Mike.
That's
Mike,
what
we're getting feedback on your speakers again.
Damn it.
Sorry about that. I got a little booming voice.
Well, I
But
think his microphone's picking the speakers
Better,
up.
worse.
oh, good.
Yeah, there you go.
So going back to my original part of the tangent was with the FE, you got to be careful when you're lowering the intake manifold on it. The gaskets or don't really have any support in the middle. So what ends up happening is they'll sag, and so your oil consumption is coming from the intake manifold gaskets. Well, on this engine, they were using Edelbrock intake manifold gaskets. I don't know the quality of an Edelbrock intake manifold gasket. I would assume it's something you want to use with maybe their aluminum heads. I like the Felpro. That's the one I'm going with. And maybe even Victor Wright as a secondary one. And the thing is, when you look at even the Felpro lineup, you got to be careful on which gasket to use. I think it's like part number 1267, 1264. They're a good performance gasket. However, they do have a tendency to get oil soaked. Thus, you'd wind up with that same condition. The Edelbrock gaskets were just literally oozing oil. And that's something you don't normally see. So they were just soaked. And when I pulled the gaskets apart, they just peeled off the block like they were barely even there. And they were soggy. So that's, in my opinion, where the intake, the oil consumption was coming from. So I think I got a screaming deal for a freshly rebuilt 60 over 390. I think that comes out to like what, like it's 410 basically, minus the funky counterweights and whatnot.
Yeah. I'd have to do the math on that one. It might be.
Yeah.
Did you check the intake to make sure? Did you check the intake fit to make sure the deck didn't get cut too far or the heads didn't get cut too far?
When I got it, it did not come with an intake. The guy put the intake on another 390 that he had. The guy likes 390s. He has that's 71 F100 that's got the 390 in it with a 5-speed. One out of it's what do you call it? The TKO, and then he's got a Galaxy with the TKX. So he's like he's got the 5-speed in both, but he went hydraulic linkage for both of those to get the job done a little bit quicker and simpler. But that's an expensive job because the bell housing, if you've never shopped for a bell housing for an FE, that's almost like $1,000 part. So you gotta get the most bang for your buck. Turlo, what's up?
The Turlinator.
Hello.
We're not talking Pintos, but close to it.
Dean,
I'm
what's
here.
up, Dean?
How's the echo
What
now?
this
I think you're okay until one of us talks and it feeds back. So that's usually when we have the problem. I don't hear anything right now.
All right, I'll just listen.
You sound
Well,
good.
so far it was pretty good, Mike. I didn't notice at that time.
Chef's kiss. You're good.
Turles, how cold is it in that garage of yours over there?
You know what? I'm having problems with my laptop and my phone and everything because it's just I think it's too cold for the
I don't
electronics.
see any icicles off your nose yet.
Yeah, I had to come inside of my house for the same reason, Turlo. I was freezing my butt off out there, and I think my computer will too.
I'm trying to click the trackpad on my computer and it's not really working.
Yeah, I don't.
I think it's just too cold out here. But
it's been pretty rough here too. I think it's like 66, 67.
yeah, that's
like
brutal. That. Yeah, that's horrible.
Better get a jacket on.
I had to
Rub
put
it
on a
in.
sweater. It was horrible, light sweater.
Oh, sorry, full throttle kind of guy. You were talking about a 390, I think.
Oh yeah, we were just talking about this motor that I managed to make a really good deal on it. I always work the Facebook Marketplace. If you're going to be on Facebook Marketplace and you're going to be a player in the game, you got to be willing to jump on deals when they pop up. But also you got to be legit. If you talk to somebody about buying something, don't turn into a box of cornflakes and you're stringing people on. It's not a good look. So I got
Yeah,
a
definitely.
390 for just like $500, which is unheard of. People are selling cores for $500 or bare blocks. It's ridiculous on what an FE goes for.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. That's a killer deal.
Oh hell yeah! I'll leave it.
Well, shoot, the rocker setup he's got in that thing is worth what he paid for it. I mean, as long as it's okay. I don't know what kind of rocker setup it is, but it's adjustable and aluminum. So.
The wear rate on
Yeah.
them. When I saw the like the wear patterns in that, it's perfect. They were put together right. The engine shop that did the work only knows as well too. They're a reputable Ford shop, so they know of what they speak and what they do. So I knew it was a hell of a deal when I saw it. Granted, right away you hear everybody talk about Chinese this, Chinese that, or overseas and blah 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 blah. But dude, what is it made overseas? You let me know, and we'll circle back on that.
It's getting bad. It is.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
it is terrible. Because Edelbrock, they had started making stuff in Mexico, years ago, and I think they relocated to Texas just to be closer to production, which is telling me it's Hento in Mexico, which again, nothing wrong with that. They got a lot of nickel content in their metal, which is good. And then as far as the rationale with Chinesium, hey, no lie. I mean, you got to be careful on what you buy, because I think with FEs, there's a wave of Edelbrock Performer knockoffs that's flooding eBay like it's going out of style, and you get them for like almost like $290, as compared to like some guy selling some worn out, nasty, dirty intake. They want $450 for it, and you run the risk of how many helicoils do you need, how warped is it, if it's been cut before. Can everybody see the rock around the clock in the background?
Yeah.
Let me move my big old bucket head out of the way.
Little bit.
I'm not sure what brand those are, but they look expensive.
Yeah, they do. They look nice.
Yeah. And again, going into like deals in that, you never know what you're going to find until you get on I call it the Widowmaker, because the old lady sees you in the middle of the night, the lights on, and you're like,
Yeah.
It's like when you're a kid reading comic books under the cover, and your mom's like, go to bed, and you're like, old lady's like, what are you doing? Well, nothing, dear. It's like she was hoping it was porn or something like that. So it's as opposed to looking at car stuff. It's like, where you hide the next car? I know. Me hide a car? What are you talking about? And who hasn't done that, right? So, matter of fact, I was coming back from lunch Wednesday, and as I get to work, I'm all looking at the Widowmaker again, and I kind of been looking around, because in my Nova I've got a 427 in it, and I enjoy it with a big block. It's got a good balance to the car and everything. Why GM never put a big block in those cars past 70 or 71? I don't know. They would have sold a couple of 100,000 more of those things, because the powder wear ratio would have been perfect. They put the big block in the vet until like 73, 74 maybe. And I mean, it wasn't like they didn't have the parts available. They only made like 1 billion big blocks, So
Yeah.
in the back of my mind, I'm always like, man, you know what? And I hate to say the word, but the magical LS keeps on popping up. And so, anyways, I managed to score a Holly intake for the LS to go carbureted.
Oh shit!
Look in the chat. Look in the chat. Ollie's is building Jeeps.
Hit the wrong button. Sorry.
He's trying to boot me out.
Yeah, I was trying to throw Bryce out on his ass.
So, hey, here's my latest find.
Yeah, everybody thinks the LSs are great until you actually have to assemble one and then damn torque the yield bolts.
Hey man, when you go to Sloppy Mechanics webpage, There's no such thing as torque yield. And another
I've
secret to
been
working with the
watching it
LS
for years.
is don't look at the cam bearings. You look at the cam bearings, you got to replace
Oh
them.
yeah,
If you ignore them, they're going to be good to go.
I just put one together 2 weeks ago for a buddy.
And then brand new in the box.
Wow. Nice.
All this together,
Uh,
under
Wow.
$300.
No kidding. Holy cow.
Holy
So-
smokes.
So again, even if I said to myself, you know what, I don't want to do it, I'm going to go big block because it's not like I don't have a lot of big block stuff. Hang on a second. The 496 cubic inches of big block Fury, and then of course I've got my wall of voodoo over here where I can do a lot of horse swapping for other parts and whatnot. As a matter of fact, the guy even gave me, because he liked me so much, a free Edelbrock carburetor that was brand new, a 1406. He's like, I'm
You
not
got
gonna
quite
use
a
it,
collection.
just take it. I got that
Nice.
face. They're like, it's like Christmas.
Yeah.
It's like they saw Father Time coming. They're like, hey, oh, by the way, take this too. And I'm like, what? Really cool. Thank you. Hey, God love you. As a matter of fact, the guy is like, even, hey, come by Sunday. I'll give you some free barbecue. I'm like, but okay, cool. That's the deal. So yeah, I mean, it's just, I think karma takes care of people that are good to other people in that. I'm tend to be a straight shooter. I hate the haggle. You know, sometimes things are priced right. And I don't want to take advantage of somebody, especially with a rough situation. So just let the cards fall where they may, and it'll come back to you tenfold, I think.
Hey, John, show car builder. I've got this die filer here. I was gonna send to Arco for the Christmas thing, but it was too much to ship. If you're interested in it, let me know. I'm trying to get rid of extra stuff. So if it's something you'd be interested in, a die filer from, I don't know when it's from. My camera's all set up on it right now.
Big Block Forward 2. What's up, baby?
What's up, man?
what's up, big block? Big block.
Big
Hey, not a
blocks
big
in the
block.
house.
Nice. Yeah, we had a pretty good crowd on the game show and even here. It's been pretty
Yeah.
good.
I saw 29 in the chat. Did it ever get up to 30? Or go over
It was
30?
at
Anybody
30.
see?
Yeah. I thought so. I could double
Nice.
check. I'm pretty sure.
We set a new record then?
I think we did. Ollie's,
Uh-oh.
have we ever been over 30 on that
I
thing?
don't think so. That would have been a first.
And I
At least
know
not
for
that I
the
know of.
votes, I mean, we hit 20 at one point. I mean, there was record votes coming in. I know that, which was awesome.
Well, he needs
All
to.
right.
Get the votes. It makes a big difference, you know.
Yeah.
We got to beat Ollie's. We can't let him win again.
You know, it's
Hey.
funny because there's been a few times where I wouldn't be surprised if Ollie's was trying to let other people win and he'd still win. And I'm like, man, this guy, he wins a lot of them.
I never vote for myself. I'm always voting for the underdog. Always. I never vote for myself.
I voted for you a few times and for Mike a few times too.
Mike was sucking
So.
hind in, so I was throwing all the votes I could his way.
Yeah.
No, I don't vote for myself.
Usually the first time on, people get the lowest points the first time on. I don't know why, for whatever reason. You would think it'd be reverse. So you did pretty good coming on first time and winning. I don't know if we've had that. Oh, wait, I guess number 4 did.
It was the Pinto answer that he gave. It was so in depth, and also with the racing heritage and knowledge of the Pintos, he sold that thing so hard it wasn't even funny. You know, right away, Facebook Marketplace. You look at the algorithms after the show. It's gonna be like Pinto heavies popping up everywhere.
Everyone's searching Pintos.
Yeah,
I don't know. I wasn't sure if that was. I wasn't sure if that's what caused the National Highway Transportation, whatever, to send out stuff. But one thing I do know is Pintos. We built a lot of Pinto stock cars. I've taken a lot of them, like complete cars, stripped them all the way down to the bare frame, put roll cages in. We raced them on stock cars, so we're always. I mean, we folded up some cars pretty good, and it's at the point the car that I've got hit a wall, so the right front frame rail is kind of back and up and bent. I think it's bent to the left. But I used to fix stuff like that in like 2 or 3 days. We'd cut the side of the frame out, pull it out straight, and then plate everything to make it stronger than it was when it went out. And then what you do, you take the frame rails and actually take the left one and kind of bend it down a little bit to get more weight into the left front. Because when you're racing stock cars, you're basically you're basically running on 3 wheels. When you're accelerating, the left front wheel's up in the air because you want all the weight on the back, the right rear, and then as soon as you hit the brakes, it dives down, and that helps the car turn into the corner. And we had those cars set up where you can go into a corner and just take your hands off the wheel, and it'll turn. You take your foot off the accelerator, tap the brake to set the car in the corner, and then you're just dealing with the throttle. You don't even need your hands on the wheel. But going down the straightaway, if you don't have your hands on the wheel, it'll just keep going left. So you're fighting it going down the straightaway, but you go into a corner and you can almost take your hands off the wheel and it'll just go right around the corner itself.
Nice.
So it was good times. I love race cars because the whole thing with race cars is a bunch of buddies get together, they're having a barbecue, they're drinking beers, they're bullshitting, and they're building cars. I mean, that's what racing was just a bunch of guys hanging out.
Yeah.
So drag cars, stock car racing, it depends on what you're at. That's just been the history of motorsports. So I love race cars because everyone is different. Everyone's got their own flavor. Everyone's got their own theories on how stuff works. So that's always been a passion of mine was race cars.
That's awesome. Hey, when are you coming back to Arizona?
Yeah, I don't know. They just opened up travel again for work. So I was in Portland this last week, but I got to make a trip down to there, a trip to Vegas.
Yeah.
So I don't know, probably the next few months, maybe.
We'll drive
You were
Morticia
back
next
there again.
time.
You being in Portland, you weren't far from John down here, and you weren't far from me either. John lives in Hillsborough.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll
West side.
I'll
West side,
shoot you an
baby.
email or something next time I go down there.
Nice.
Do you know you have a regular job, right? I can't even talk, man. My mouth is freezing up. you have a regular job, always. You don't work at your shop, or
No, I got a 9 to 5. Yep.
do you? Okay. My friend Mojo from Grilling and Chilling with Mojo. We used to do camping videos and off-road stuff. We did all kinds of stuff, but he just moved to Mississippi, so I don't have a guy I can do fun stuff with anymore. So
Oh.
I gotta find some other people to do like weekend car build or a camping trip or barbecue or something. I gotta find another group of friends
Kind of
to do
crazy
stuff like that
adventure.
with.
Yeah, I'm still paying the man or working for the man, paying the bills.
Yeah.
All that crap.
Yeah, I got about 20 more years. I'll probably
I think I
work
do
until I
too.
die. Unless YouTube money takes off, I don't know.
I'm a long ways away from that.
Yeah.
Oh, he's changed his name over here. What do you got? What are you doing to me? You're killing my reputation here. Horrible. Let's see what else he comes up with.
I'm gonna have to drop, guys, because I am freezing. But I appreciate all you guys do to help the community, and thanks for giving me this chance to be here with everybody.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining in, brother.
Pleasure seeing you.
Yeah,
Have
great
a
having
great
you on the
weekend.
game and dropping in. That was awesome.
Yeah. Congrats on the win.
Yeah, thank you.
And I do have a reputation. Oli says I have no reputation, but that's not true.
What Ole doesn't tell you is he's also a stunt double for Sammy Hagar. If you think about it, you'd never see Sammy Hagar and Ole in the same room before because it's
Yeah.
the same person.
It does seem like the
Yeah.
same guy. I'm just saying.
It seems like it.
Yeah, Red Rocker. There he goes. Can't drive 55. Fords don't go that fast. I'm kidding. I got a Ford. And don't pull a gun on me.
Oh,
So-
Bryce needs some Dodge parts apparently.
I do.
Really,
What's
what are you
that
looking
bad
for?
train? Sorry, go ahead.
What are you looking for there, Bryce?
I don't know specifics, but I've got this 52 Dodge Wayfarer. And so right now I'm just trying to get it. Actually, the biggest thing is I need ball and trunnion, either a rebuild ball and trunnion pieces, or I'm hoping there's some kind of adapter, but I don't know if there is, Sell me Dodge parts.
You know what I would do if I was you is outside of Portland, there's a place called Wildcat Wrecking. They've been around
Okay.
forever and a day. They're very heavily into Mopars. So
Yeah.
they may actually have some of those things available, especially with it being a Wayfarer. I'm sure, the one thing that's worth its weight in gold now that nobody has anymore, the Hollander's interchange manual. Because that I think would be a gold mine for you, because that could help, expand as far as the different platforms in that. I wouldn't be shocked if there's like DeSoto parts that would also, work as well.
Right. Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah. It'd be nice if I could switch it to universal joints, but I might, at some point, once I can find the replacement, I'll put a Hemi in there. So, no, get that name. I don't want that name. Give me something else. You come up with better ones than that. Wait, Fox says swap to a Dodge 8 3/4 rear end so you can use U joints, but it has the ball and trunnion on the trans too.
Until he gets another drivetrain, we're kind of stuck with the garbage that's in there.
Yeah.
So when it gets a new engine tranny, which hopefully won't be too long, then the rear end swap would be ideal.
Well, the ball and trunnion setup, and correct me if I'm wrong, was used all the way through 63, 64. So I wonder if you could score like, are you looking to stay automatic, or is it a stick?
Well, it's a fluid drive, but it's a manual. It's basically got the manual transmission, and then not a torque.
Explain to him how that tranny works. It's very unique.
Yeah.
It's kind of a combination of both, really.
Yeah.
It's kind of
So it was the first iteration before they went to automatic transmissions, and basically it has kind of like a torque converter in between the manual trans and the engine. So you can pull the clutch out and it won't stall out. It's kind of cool. But it's like a 3 on the tree setup. So you're still shifting, you still got the clutch, but you can't stall it, which is kind of funny.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So imagine taking a clutch and basically affixing it to the back of a torque converter. Only it doesn't convert any torque. It's just a fluid coupler.
Yeah,
so
1-to-1, yeah.
You can roll up to a stoplight, on the brake, stop the car, and not have to push the clutch in. It's kind of weird.
That is weird. I wonder what it's like on the hill.
Yeah. It's quite a setup, and it's too bad it didn't really take off. They're kind of neat to drive, I would imagine.
Yeah, it's fun, and it's fun to drive with the the shifting on the column. I like it, but it's gutless. So, definitely need a little bit more horsepower.
I'm thinking a 318, 904, or 727. That's like the dynamite combo for being cheap but efficient, and scoot that thing right down the road.
The 354 Hemi, 331. That would be kind of cool too. Because if you think about it, what would a hot rodder would have done back in the day?
Well, he wouldn't pay $2,500 for a core Hemi.
Yeah, no, I get it. Hey, you know what? Sometimes weird things happen and things pop up. Especially with the older generations kind of dying off, and the kids getting hold of their stuff, and when they see something that mega old, to them it's honestly just like, what do I do with it? They don't know. But like I said, it's just, again, one of those deals that if you know what you're looking for and you pop that hood and you see wall-to-wall valve covers, you're like, whoa, here we go. Just stay away from the DeSoto stuff like the 241 and the red Ram garbage. That's too
oddball.
Yeah. There's a limit to our oddball ability, and that's definitely it. It. I'm sure there's somebody out there already starting to flame me and say, no, the 241 can do X, Y, and Z. Oh, what? I'm sure it can, but for all practical purposes and whatnot, it's just one of those things. Oh, small block Chevy. Oh no,
Yeah.
don't throw an LS in it. I'm kidding. Don't.
No.
And John brings up a good point too. Definitely we looked into putting disc brakes on it, which they do make a kit, and it's really reasonable to change because it's already got independent front suspension, and they make a pretty good kit for it to swap. I think you use like S10 rotors and GM calipers
cool.
and stuff like that. So the brake end of it on the front's good. And I mean, I would love to find Bryce an A-body 4-door Valiant or Dart, something that isn't super desirable, but maybe a V8 4-door car. That would be perfect for a donor. So you get the right rear end, and you get the V8 and automatic, and then any other little trinkets that thing would need. We'll take the wiring harness and keep it away from his Dodge so it doesn't light it on fire. But I think that would be like the perfect parts car.
Yeah, that's what I need to find.
Yeah, so I think with that combo too, because of the Valiant and the Plymouth equivalent, I want to say those were probably made up until 76 or so. Because then the F body had come along, the Volare line, Volare Aspens, which kind of superseded that. But I'll tell you what, even a Volare, the 4-doors, because think about it, when I'm that old, I remember when Chrysler was circling the drain hard, and if it wasn't for Uncle Sam, trying to help him out, and instead of doing a bailout, they bought stuff from him. What a concept, to keep him afloat. The Volare did come with 318s, and they had even like some of the Diplomats. I think it's like a M series platform. Has that magical 318, the cop car motor in it, and transmission, and also with a heavy duty 8.25 rear end. So that might not be one to sleep on either. Just saying.
The only thing with the Volare is I think the rear end might be a little too wide. Which is fine. For an engine donor, it'd be perfect.
Well,
I was trying to, get as many pieces out of one car as possible.
But here's one thing I would throw on the radar for you if you're looking for an inexpensive rear end that also has the Mopar bolt pattern that a lot of people don't think about. A Ranger rear end, the 1990, I think it's like the 91 to 93. It's almost a direct bolt in. Other than you got to just put the right leaf spring pads on it dimensionally for that, and even the parking brake cables and everything hook up. So an 8.8 you can actually get, and that's what I picked up. That's going to go into the Dart once we get that third completed. Man, that thing was just cobbled together, man. But right now I'm looking at the 40.
Getting an 8.8, was that one of the rear ends we were talking about?
I think so.
Think so? Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. The width on those they're nice.
There are, and you know what? They're so plentiful because pretty much with Ford, it's like either you had the Venable 7.5, that garbage, but again, the 8.8 was in everything. So pickup trucks, the sedans, you name it, Fox bodies, they're there. So also the ability to kind of build them to kind of take a little bit of a beating is also there too. But there's so many 8.8s because of the Mustang itself and the gear ratios that are available. It really is much more dynamic, in my opinion, to kind of go that route. Even to get, like, let's say the rear end girdle, not that you want to throw a girdle on your car, but girdles are just like waka waka. No, not that kind of girdle. I'm trying to make it super sexy, but family show. They're like $125, and that even adds a little bit to the rigidity of the rear end. I think the only real kind of Achilles tendon to the 8.8, you got to make sure to get the axle tubes welded up to the frame, because they think Ford, for whatever reason, press them bad boys in there, which isn't a good look if you're doing, bouncing around and whatnot.
Yeah.
Use a motor. I don't know if 440 would fit in that thing. Man, that's a lot of motor. It's a big engine for a small bay.
I think it could be possible. The magic words on that's going to be engine plate.
BFH.
Yep, that too. The liquid wrench to get
the gas axe.
There you go. They can fit.
Hey, I don't remember saying that. Who's talking for me?
It will. Oh, that's a good point. Too. Oh, it's supposed to say point, not poing.
Good thing I can't spell.
Apparently.
Playing some
Well,
beer
it
pong.
won't let me switch it. I don't know how to make it me. It's so funny.
In order for you, Bryce, to type, you're going to have to do it in the actual YouTube window. You can't do it in the StreamYard one.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah,
Let me test that theory.
it'll work.
Oh,
I
and
totally could have.
while he's testing that theory, I think it was like the latest video too. I've got decals available for decal swapping. So if anybody in attendance
Show one up. You got one?
is it? Yeah. Oh yeah.
Throw one up there. Let's see what it looks like.
Oh, I'm getting old.
Got to show us the monies.
Hey now.
There we go.
So,
Oh yeah.
I use Sticker
Or-
Mule to help with my generation of my decals and whatnot, good deals and whatnot. But I've got the new and improved full throttle one. The other ones were like a full circle, a little bit bigger. I do have the OG ones available. And then I've got Get Gapped. You want to be obnoxious and talk smack, you're banging it from stoplight to stoplight, you're going to get gapped. So get gapped or get got, And then another one is, in case you got smoked, you got Gap Happens. So fall into the gap. And it could be different gaps too. You got to figure out, which gap you're willing to jump. So some are dangerous, again, family show, so I'll be good. And then this one is actually done at a clear. So drag racing is my life. So again, good decal, pop it in the window. If you don't have paint like I do, pop it on the paint, whatever color, pop it on your beer fridge, pop it on your toolbox, whatever. You're an adult, you can figure it out. And then if you're in the Pacific Northwest, I'm trying to form something called like the others. And basically it's for the other guys. You got the guys with the 401k money or, whatever. They got cars that, got built or whatever. Well, for the other guys, guys that work
The
for a
others.
living, I'm taking what they're giving because I'm working for a living, So look, I don't care if you got $10 in your car or you got $10,000 in your car. If you're in the cars, hanging out with other people like-minded and that, and you're the type of person you go to a function and you hear somebody talking about a car, you like chime in, and you're like start talking. You don't remember their name, but hey, you got that IROC Z, don't you? Or hey, you got a Monte Carlo SS, don't you? Don't know their name in that, but you sure know the car and whatnot. That's the whole philosophy on that.
So which one are you doing the trades with? If you're going to do a sticker
Well,
trade,
all
which
of
one all of them?
All of them, yeah. So, like I said, as a matter of fact, I just with Honest Peyton's speed shop, I just sent them a bouquet. I sent them everything, and I'm willing. I'll just throw it in a bag and go down the road. For some reason with YouTube, I think they kind of hide emails, which makes it kind of weird, or contact. But
I put it at the end of in the description of the video, and
well,
I think there should be a page that talks about you. I throw it in there too.
good idea. So, but the one surefire way to get a hold of me is through Instagram. So I know a lot of us, we've got our YouTube, Facebooks, but also on Insta. So Insta is really the greatest way to kind of get a hold of anybody because that tends to be really fast service in that. Right now, I think YouTube did some, not YouTube, Fakebook did some kind of update where like their mail system is like completely whacked. So whether you're doing like a Facebook Marketplace or you subscribe to a page and they got a chat thing going on, and then you got people trying to hit you up on that, it's got some kind of cross jumble traffic going on, and that's kind of a PETA at the moment, in my opinion, from my experience. So it's one of them things. But the only reason I dread putting an email on like YouTube is just because of all the bots and people, picking up emails, and that tends to be a pain in the.
Here's what I've done is I created one with Google. So I've got a Google email and I have my other email. It's my regular one. The Google one is strictly Ollie's Garage. So any of y'all email me, it goes right to there. And I haven't had a problem so far with getting any junk or weird mail. So that might be an idea you might want to look at.
Yeah, duly noted.
Do a full throttle kind of guy email, just strictly business.
Well, I think it's good to have it on there because all the product reviews that I've done, I mean, that's how they've connected with me was through there.
Nice.
So you know, if you're trying to do any of that kind of stuff,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's how they
definitely.
contacted me at Super Clean, was through that email too.
Oh wow, that's cool.
And I think they pulled it off one of my videos because that's the only place I really have it thrown out there is on my YouTube and on my videos.
I saw it in the truck stop bathroom once, but that's for a later time.
Well, I don't know who put it there.
I got the markers off, so it wasn't me. Oh, all right. So let me pose the question to y'all and also members in attendance. All right. If you have a preference of a car that you can have, any period, blah 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 blah. What's your kind of car that you got a soft spot? What's your kryptonite that if you saw this bad boy roll into speed or there was a smoking deal on one, your knees would buckle and you'd be like, I think this is going to wind up my driveway. Just
easy.
one.
Easy.
What you got, Bryce?
The ZZ Top Eliminator.
That's such a beautiful car. Such
I'd be
an
happy
iconic
with
car.
that car for life. That'd be good. But I think they painted it black recently. I'd want the original red color scheme, of course.
Hey, Fox can fix it. I tell you what, I do happen to have a Google account. It's really original. It's the muscle car guy at gmail.com. So hit me up and I'll be more than happy to hook you up in that. If you got, decals and whatnot, well, let's make something happen. Let's make magic. So I'm all about it. And like I said, it's everything. I whip up decals for all sorts of crazy stuff. As a matter of fact, I just did one last night. At work, where I work, there's a lot of safety-minded things going. So I made a repeat OSHA offender one. It's actually kind of funny. Oli's seen it, and he got a good chuckle out of it too. So I'm thinking about putting that into production as well. So more to follow on that one. Oli, what kind of car did you have? Let me guess. I'm just going to say the first part of it. It's probably going to be a Ford. I just saying.
You got to get the best. I mean, right? Okay.
What
Well,
you got?
you want the creme de la creme, the unicorn, the UT, the one you can't grab, right?
Okay.
One you got to reach the farthest for.
What you got?
1932 Ford 5-window.
Man, that's an iconic car right there. No doubt about it.
The one furthest out of reach. The only one that would be close to that would be an AC Cobra. Those would be
cool
like D2. And I have a whole stack of them. I mean, there's some GMs, there's some Pontiacs. I mean, I wouldn't mind having a 64 Chevelle. I mean, it's just the one farthest to reach for would be the 32 5-window because that's a friggin' unicorn.
I think for me, it would be 1965 GTO 389. And if it's a 4-speed car, there's going to be problems because I love standard transmissions. So, it's got to have a stick, and I'll probably slap some 410s in it and just beat the disc brakes off it or beat the drum brakes off that car. I'll drive it till the cows come home. So
I have not realized how expensive it is because I've been buying some 4-speeds lately. But of course, they don't come with a shifter or the clutch assemblies or half the stuff you need. My God, is that crap gotten expensive?
Let me tell you. And then, sometimes, again, I do a lot of horse trading and whatnot because I think when you think about trying to be in the car business now or trying to do things with cars, you got to pick your shot. And sometimes you'll see a deal on something that you're like, I don't really need it, man, but it's such a good price, I'm going to get it. Let me see if I can see the box here. I'll be right back. I'll show you what I picked up there.
Taco's talking about his 73 Blazers are still on the road. I've seen them, and they are awesome.
Well, he's talking about his, right?
Yeah. But they're the full convertible. Those things are killer.
Well, that was the 73 was the first one and only year, right? Or how many years did they have that full
75 was the last year with the full convertible.
Oh,
okay. Yeah, that is a beautiful vehicle. And man, but they'd go for a pretty penny. Let me tell you what. Not to be all Hank Hill in that. So I like going to swap meets. Ole knows that. And don't forget, hey, this April, Portland
I
swap meet,
know it.
racetrack side, and then Expo Center. So
Hey,
be there or
can
be
you get
square.
Thursday? Can you get Thursday and Friday off? That's usually the days I go.
I know. If anything, I'll probably be able to beg Friday off. I'll probably, that'd be the best time to go for me in that. So I'm the kind of guy I could be eating a corn dog, uh, drinking a pop, watching fireworks and that, but my spider senses will tingle because there's something magical in the area. So anybody know what this is by chance? I know it's a shifter. Extra points. But what kind of shifter is it?
You want me to say it?
Yeah, go for it.
V gate.
Close.
Is that vertical gate 4-speed?
Close. It's a Hearst model.
Oh, okay. What the hell did Hearst call theirs?
I'll give you a hint. Think Rawhide.
Oh crap!
Not the movie made back in the 90s. No,
Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. I know Hearst made one just like it. I cannot get the name out.
Well, this is the Hearst.
You're right.
I do also own a V-Gate as well.
Huh.
So this is the infamous Hearst, and Bill Jenkins made this thing famous.
You're gonna
Ramrod.
say it. Oh, okay.
It's got the reverse lockout, the detent to pull it up in the first. Anyways, I got this for the princely sum of like $250. The guy wanted 3, and I normally people are afraid to haggle. I do it politely. I say, hey, all right, you got your price, I got mine. I don't go, hey, let's meet in the middle. I like to ramble gamble. I'll say, hey, let's flip a coin for it. And so I flipped and $250. I've got the linkage, I've got everything. It's just missing a couple of the little washers, and I think one of the linkages, the where it sits on the tranny, it's missing that, but you can get them on eBay and whatnot. And so, anyways, I'll probably put this up on eBay to flip it, because marketplace with some items they'll go fast, but when you see something like this, people really don't know what it is. It's not really a streetable shifter. It is if you don't mind driving them and shifting gears and having to lift the gate and all that. If your timing's good, the V gate in my mind was a superior shifter, but because it's a Hearst, it's everybody wants the Hearst. People want the V gate too. Don't get me wrong. But like I said, it's there. It's got good bones and everything.
Well, and that's why I always wondered about those shifters. I never actually owned one. I know what they are. I've had one, but how the hell do you go up and down on those things? I thought once you started going up, you had to go all the way through before you could come back down again. That's why I was wondering how streetable that shifter really was.
Well, in my opinion, and I've owned 4 V gates. V gate by far and away is the best. And the last car that I had a V-Gate in was 78 Z28 with a 454 ST10 4-speed. And all I had was the driver's seat, the V-Gate. That's all I needed. And nobody rode in that car with me. It was just for hanging and banging going down the road.
When you're going up in gears, you can stop and go backwards at any time, or do you have to go all the way to the top before you come back down?
No, not the V-Gate. And the V-Gate has a nice reverse lockout as well, too. So it's a super safe shifter. I think for some people, they can't handle, the fact that there's no lateral movement. It's just straight up and down and just go.
Well, you forget where you're at.
Well, it depends where you're at. Now, I believe the 5-speed is a little bit different animal. And those normally you found on like the Doug Nash 5 speeds. And so, that was the weapon of choice for that one.
I kind of had this thing for the lightning rods.
Yeah.
Those are kind of badass.
Oldsmobile kind of really did it right with those having the lightning rods in those cars. And man, if you can find a lightning rod, whew, man, that's some good money to somebody.
There was a guy making a repop version of it.
He still is. Brian Kilduff.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yeah, and he's available on eBay, and he's got tons of shifters, and he can custom make it. So he does have them for the 4-speed automatic transmissions, of course, 3 speeds and whatnot. The normal, I think, going rate for those things and you can get them used as well, or excuse me, pre-owned. Normally anywhere from like 5 bones and up. But literally, and it's funny, in his demo video for it, he got shot. I don't know how he got shot. I mean, other than the obvious, bullet came out of a gun. It was like, But anyways, he's like, I can't. Sorry, I got shot. I can't use my arm. But he took a baseball bat to show how tough his shifters are, and he just pounded it going through the gears in that, and showed there's no, damage, no deflection, no nothing. So, I mean, if ever there was an endorsement for his products, it's that, and it uses, I think, like any B&M style cable kit that you can get. So you don't necessarily have to worry about, any kind of weird one-off cables or anything like that. Somebody getting like a weird low-car cable or something to that extent. So
Yeah, the cable shifters they work, but man, you get them around headers or any kind of real heat, they kind of become a problem. So I mean, I don't have anything against them. You just got to be really careful how you route and run them.
yeah, but otherwise they turn into a shrinky dink. Some people might be too young to even know what a shrinky dink is, but if you're in my age bracket, you'll know exactly what a shrinky dink is.
Well, I've been on the hunt for some 4-speed shifters, and just the basic shifter and linkage set. I mean, you used to be able to get those for $250
all day long. Yeah,
but now they're 500 plus just for the shifter, lever, and linkages. So I'm like, wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I bought a couple 4-speeds. I'm like, I think I got some paperweights now.
Yeah. Well, if anything, they're good trading material because, and it's weird too, because a lot of times they'll pop up and it's streaky. Of course, you'll find your Muncies in that. The ST10 does pop up a lot. I prefer the Muncie over the ST10. Again, just a matter of preferences and whatnot.
The ST10, what's that one?
It's the T10. However, it's their performance version. Yeah,
right?
Super T10.
Oh, okay.
Old guy. That's what we just call him back in the Stone Age, was ST10, and they had the aluminum plate in them, and well, they had the 2 aluminum houses, but you can tell when they're a mid-70s model. There's a steel plate that was used for reinforcement to prevent the housings from cracking, because GM had so many warranty repairs on those things from people, dropping the clutch at 5,000 RPM, which isn't conducive, especially when you have a 4,500 pound car and you're dumping it and going sideways. It tends to crack them things pretty hard.
I'm still here. My camera just disconnected. I was trying to show you the one I bought, and I pulled it out of the thing, and now it's being stupid.
You yarded it out of there?
Huh? Yeah. I'll get it fixed here in a minute.
He yeeted the cable, as the kids say nowadays.
Well, my plug-in's real sensitive on this thing. Let's see here if I can get this thing going again. There we go.
Nice.
There? I don't know what shifter's on that thing. It's some. Here, let me see if I can. I'll pick it up on this chair. We can look at it better. Guy in Salem was selling this thing.
I figured it was going to be Oregon City. I'll tell you, and Ollie and I, only that we talked about this, that for some reason in this one area, it's called Oregon City. It's like a gold mine for old speed parts and deals.
See if I can bring the camera in on this. This is kind of a weird shift setup I've never seen before. Guy had it in sand rail. Let's see if I can. There we go. You see that?
Oh.
It's a drag fast.
Yeah.
I
Wow.
don't know what that is, but it looks like a pretty nice setup
It does.
for being, an aftermarket shift deal. It's all. This is aluminum. The whole thing's aluminum, steel levers, steel rods. So I'm not sure what I got, but it looks kind of cool.
Is it an inline, or it's got the gate?
Oh no, it's a gate. Yeah, it's a regular H pattern shift.
Huh. That's
I ended
pretty
up.
cool.
I picked this up to put in my 56 custom line because it's a narrow. If you look at it, it's the real narrow pattern.
Yeah.
Nice.
Pattern. So.
And that's a 10?
Yeah, it's a Borg Warner T10. Yep.
Gotcha.
And I don't know much about those. I'm more top loader guy, kind of. Oh, where's Bryce? Oh, there's Bryce. I'm more top loaders and stuff like that. These are kind of new to me, so I'm sailing into uncharted territory. But I mean, I paid $500 for it,
That's a steal.
the whole thing. So I with the shifter included and all that, I had to jump on it because I was starting to see prices of the shifters and stuff, and thought, man,
Yeah.
I need to grab that.
Yeah. The one thing I kind of miss was, well, one is having a speed shop available. They're not as common as they were. I mean, they haven't been forever and a day, but even, and I don't even think they really exist anymore, because the last one I knew shut down was Pep Boys. But anyways, whenever you used to have to massage your floor, and it was an automatic car, and you managed to get your manual transmission in there, or if you had like a 300 tree and converted it to a floor, man, when you had to chop that hole in that floor and you didn't have a box for it, you used to get the Hearst Super Boot, and that thing was gigantic, So it patched it helped give you a lot of forgiving for that big old hunking hole you got in your floorboard.
Yeah. What do you got going on here, Bryce?
I don't know. I mean, we're all sitting there chatting away. I was like, might as well get in the garage,
Bryce, man of action.
That's right. That's right.
Speaking of action, don't you got a cylinder head you're talking about yanking off tonight?
As a matter of fact, call me Isaac Yankum. So
wait,
I don't think this has ever been done before, at least that I know of. Is in real time we were talking about. I was going to pull the cylinder head off with the Ford FE. When you look at cylinder heads, got to consider they were made from like 1957 through 1977, 1976. These things have been run through the mill and just cut and decked and cut. And a lot of times people, they'll try to mount their intake manifolds, but the head's been shaved so freaking much. You also now have to trim down your intake manifold to get everything to line up. So it's just one of these things you kind of got to do your due diligence. And there's a thing on there called a thumbprint. And what I'll do is let me get everything set up and I'll give Ollie a chance to explain, hey, what's a thumbprint other than when you and I get booked after our hard night of drinking downtown. So
That's a face plant.
hey now. Hey, that's our secret, just like Vegas. So what goes on in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Anyways, what's that? Go ahead.
I need to get this car running, driving.
How's your pickup truck? I haven't seen that in a minute.
Oh, the pickup truck's keeping me busy almost every day.
Hey, just as a public service announcement, hey, when you get older than that, don't use WD-40 on your Craftsman or your whatever tools you got, because it gets to the point you can't see the numbers anymore. And, you got to be like this, read numbers.
On the
so
Craftsman?
remember.
My Craftsman are so old, they're etched.
It's an old age joke. I can't see shit anyway, so I'm always like this.
Nice. Always, you're in the garage. You start fixing something.
I'm kind of running this thing a little bit. I mean, if you'd host it, I'd get to work because I got my other door there I got to work on for the shed. Get the stupid shed, man, is starting to drive me nuts. I want to get it done. It's like holding up everything.
What do you have left to do on it?
The doors. I got that one there. I'm putting the back panel on it. So the door's built.
Yeah.
I'm just putting the back panel on it, and the other one's sitting right here. I don't know if you can see it. This one here. I got paint primer it and put the back panel on it. And then I'll pretty much be done with that, and I can start getting some of this wood garbage out. Oh, and you can see this giant rack right here. I started cleaning off those shelves over there.
Did you say rack?
Yeah, right there. Not that kind of rack, John. Sorry. There you go. Hey, John.
Waka waka. Oh, God. My eyes. This is a
Walked
family
right into
show. What are you
that
doing?
one.
But anyways, I've been I went and picked up this rack here. I put it on wheels so I can move it around, but all that crap there was on the shelves over here. So I'm getting rid of those shelves to put in the shed and try to get organized somewhat. I
Nice.
got, containers of parts laying around everywhere. There's some there and there's some over here, and yeah, it's a mess. It's starting to get on my nerves, so I gotta get going and get this stuff done.
Well, the swap meet's coming up.
Yeah, the problem with the swap meet is I gotta haul it there and pray somebody buys it so I don't have to haul it back.
You know, the thing that kills me too about the swap meet is, as a vendor, when you go buy your space or whatever, they have the audacity. The trackside doesn't. The expo center does. They charge you for parking, so they get you coming and going as a vendor. It's like, bro, I'm there to sell and draw people to your event too. Why are you banging me out like this? I don't get it. It doesn't make no sense.
We were talking. One of the guys I work with, him and his dad have been going there forever. Like a lot of us. But his dad always had a stall. Well, this will be the first year his dad doesn't have a stall. And I was curious because I haven't bought one at the expo in quite a few years.
Yeah,
they're up to $75 a space. And you're right. You still have to pay to park. I think they were letting the vendors park for free when they had that Circus Soleil thing.
Circus Soleil?
Yeah. When it's not there taking up space, they'll let you park in that area for free, but that's every other year, I think, is how that works out. So not only $75 to get your space, which is one parking spot, so you got to get a minimum of 2 just to have any room. So now you're up to 3 because you want to drag your trailer with you too. So 3 $75 spaces. Plus you get raped in the ass every time you go to park across the street at the cement place for 20. Was it $25 more? So yeah, it's getting a little ridiculous. The racetrack's a way better deal.
Yeah, I always like the racetrack. The expo center, in my opinion, is where you go to sell a nicely done car, and you can find them that way. So again, if you don't have the ability or the time to build a car, but you got the capital to do it, expo center is the way to go. But if you're looking for a deal on a car that you can build, or on a steal on some parts that somebody might not know what's there, hey, definitely trackside, in my opinion, for what it's worth.
Well, and it used to be all the old stuff, and of course, a lot of the older guys were all at the expo center. So if you wanted old iron, you went up to the expo center, and then the racetrack the racetrack didn't exist until 40 years after the expo swap meet.
Yeah.
And it was more the budget guys were out at the racetrack, the poor boys or the complete cars, or the real good deals on the more late model stuff was on the racetrack.
Yeah.
Well, now it's gone the other direction. A lot of the older guys are going out to the racetrack, and there's from what I understand, because I didn't go last year. Did you go to the expo last year?
I did not. I was so burned out from walking the track, because honestly, when you go trackside, one day is not enough time for you.
Right.
It really isn't.
Well, I found out at the expo.
What's up, Taco?
What up, Taco? Hey, man. I found out.
What up, brothers? What are we doing tonight?
Everyone's working on crap but me.
Órale, ¿qué pues?
I heard the expo center was getting kind of thin. Like you didn't even need 2 days to cover it like you used to. You could do the buildings and the outside all in one day. It was getting so thin.
All right. Ready for the
I don't
big
know.
reveal? Look, I even put on some gloves. I want to be all fancy in it. Look, I want it to look legal or whatever the hell.
I gotta find, how do you do a dual view here? I gotta do the dual view.
I'm jealous of Taco's hair, man. I wish I had that much hair.
Dude, I mean,
Right?
that's a majestic mane, bro.
Dude, seriously.
Thanks. I've been working on it. It's for the ladies, that my wife doesn't know about.
I almost didn't recognize you at first.
Yeah.
Well, the funny thing is I thought Bryce might recognize this hairdo because I used to roll around in Nick's. What was it? A 77 Trans Am?
Yeah.
Yep. Rock and roll.
Dude, that's the hair for it.
Yeah, that's majestic, dude. I'm telling you.
Those were the days. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. Drag racing Honda Civics with a broken crank. Yeah.
That car was so messed up.
Yeah. In Portland, the only thing you find in a Honda is crank. But that's another day.
Well, dude, I'm literally on the proximity of a town called Methford.
There you go.
Methford.
Methford.
Yeah, Methford. Woo! Get her done, boys. Like to them, cat is come on and do it. Woo!
All right. So again, we're making history by doing this because I can't think of any other live where somebody's done something wacky like this to pull a cylinder head. So granted,
See some magic.
yeah, no kidding. Well, I just made money disappear too. So, anyways,
Pardon me, I gotta grab
They-
myself a banquet because I only drink high class beer.
Banquet.
Banquet.
the heads were already off because the guy was planning on taking the block to the machinist, so there's no gasket on it. So I don't want people to think, hey, you could run an FE without head gaskets. Not true. I think Subarus do that. They have the head gasket delete thing. I think that's a joke. I'm not sure. I don't drive a Subaru. Wait. I beat you. Wait.
Oh,
I think I put too much gas in it.
ain't got no gas in it.
I don't even know how to answer that. Get a little, add a couple of shots of nitrous, so turn right over. But here, I'm gonna, as Cleavon Little once said in Blazing Saddles, pardon me while I whip this out.
In that case, we'll go here.
Yeah. Hey, good call. Good call.
Well, as you watch Bryce saw away in the Carter.
Man, you better hope there's a diehard battery, man, because that thing, it's got a 6-volt system anyway, so I think it should be fine. But anyways, but check it out. Watch, as they say in Spanish, wash up. Look, man, they're cross hatching and everything, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So those are definitely aftermarket, like speed pros.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say about 11 cc dish,
Yeah.
roughly.
I'm thinking worst comes to worst, it's probably gonna be like a 9.5 to 1 engine, which is
Probably.
fine. You know, like my 427, that thing I'm like 11 and a half.
So,
On
look-
my
take a look at
490
the head side.
496, that thing's 13 to 1. So that's why I'm really hesitant trying to put that thing in my Nova because I don't want to lose my street ability.
What's the cylinder chambers look like?
Well, again, pardon me while I whip this out. I'm gonna be honest, not to sound biased, but they're looking pretty decent. There.
Huh.
Not a whole lot going on, and good thump work.
It looks like it's in decent shape. What's the casting code on it on the top side there? Right
I
between
think
the exhaust port.
it's a C. Charlie
C.
1 Alpha Echo.
Okay, 61. So that's like a
it says,
medium.
a C as in Charlie. Charlie 1 Alpha Echo, and then it's
Looks like a
the
medium
6090 A is in Alpha.
I'd have to look in my book, but I think the 63 cc's. I had to look it up.
But again, looking at even some of the wear patterns on the stems, you can see the spin mark from where they're rotating in at. So,
Well, no, John, that's not a wear mark. That's how they're machined. That's what they look like new. Those damn things are brand new.
well, okay, cool. Well, They're still looking pretty new to me.
Oh yeah, no, they look really good.
So
Have a good night, 162.
Oh hey, good night,
night,
Jeff.
162. Been a
night,
minute
Jeff.
since we talked.
Thanks for
Hopefully
coming
everything's
in,
good
Jeff.
for
I
you.
appreciate it.
Jeff the man.
Jeff is the man.
Yeah, so overall, can't complain. Oh, 9 p.m. What is it?
Oh, that's just my repeater giving
Oh,
the hourly report. My bad.
Nice.
No, it's fine. It's interesting. So
What we
you're
got
what,
over
West
here?
Coast too?
I'm
Trying
sorry?
to figure out why
You're West
this
Coast?
thing won't start.
yeah, he's in Medford, John,
Oh,
or
gotcha.
Medford area.
Hey now. Now we got to
No,
get
I'm
together.
actually in Eagle Point. I'm not in Medford.
Oh,
I'm in Eagle Point, or Igales Puentes, as we like to call it now. And no, it's actually very nice place.
Good.
You'll get her this time, Bryce.
7 times a charm.
Yeah.
carburetor's looking good though.
Grease is mocking me over here. Yeah.
Well, they call it Mopar for a reason.
My old pig ain't running.
Move over. People are racing. Or shit running. Yeah.
Good night. Hopefully that does the trick. I mean, it was running before I rebuilt it. You'd think it'd run now.
Good night, Grizz.
She left. she's already gone.
Well, that's right. The delay.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Maybe that'll be the trick.
You know what it is? It's stage fright.
It's because your sister's watching, bro.
That's right.
No, she's out here with me. She's watching,
nice.
so
What's
yeah.
up, sis? Awesome.
What's up?
Video for family.
Hey, brother. But yeah,
Dang, even that beard is majestic. It's like the automotive equivalent of new Fox and shit.
What the heck?
Nice koozie.
Something's off. What's off?
Sounds like your spark ain't sparking.
Maybe. That's definitely a possibility.
Well, your crank is cranking. I mean, engine crank wise, not the other crank.
I mean, it was firing up. The only variable that changed was the carburetor.
Well, you had it running the other day.
Yeah, no, I had it running a couple times.
I know what's wrong with it. Ain't got no gas in it.
Oh,
right?
It's probably got too much gas in it. I think I overflowed it a little bit.
I mean, have you elevated to too much gas now being a problem? I mean, I guess, 1942 would do that to you, right?
Yeah. It's starting to, because I got that fuel pump, that separate fuel pump on there.
Hey, do you have to add lead to your gas?
For this one,
Yeah.
I think this thing would run on anything, but I say that and it's not running, so I don't know.
No, but weren't they running leaded gas for those engines?
Yeah, no, yeah, I think you're right for sure. Yeah, you're supposed to put like the lead additive for it. That's a good point. I'm gonna have to go buy some of that.
Yeah, it depends on it for the lubricity.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know.
Pull a plug, see if the thing's super wet.
That's a good idea. All right, let me see. What size is that?
See if it's moist.
See if it's what?
See if it's moist. I know this is family.
Moist.
Moist.
And yeah, you're right, Tony Crust. I am quick to say I'm not from Medford.
Tony Crust.
Yeah. I'd rather claim I'm from, I don't know, Bakersfield, California than Medford, Oregon.
Poor Medford. They didn't ask for the meth heads.
Dude, they're
Well,
everywhere.
they didn't ask for it, but they also made it to where we couldn't get decent cold medicine.
I miss the old days of OG Benadryl when it worked.
Yeah, when it worked. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, had to move out of there, switch to cocaine, and haven't had a cold since.
Oh,
I guess that's one way to meet your deductible. I mean,
Imagine all the things you get done now.
I'm just spinning circles.
Oh, what we got here?
well, I just put these spark plugs in.
Do they smell like what, fuely?
They smell like metal.
Oh, maybe it needs more fuel. Feed it more fuel.
yeah, give it a little shot of like some WD-40 down the pipe there and kick it in the ass and see if that'll make it fire. Maybe it just needs to prime itself.
It's that extremely slow rolling over 6-volt system that blow. Oh no, that's 12 volt. That's right.
Is it 12?
Well, I didn't gap the plugs. I wonder if that's messing me up.
Well, hold on a minute. Why didn't you gap the plugs?
Yeah. What the heck?
Because it's me.
You're really screwing up my diagnosis when you tell me shit don't run.
I mean, this isn't. These aren't NGKs in a Honda Civic, dude. You gotta gap your plugs.
I don't have a way to gap them. I don't have a gapping tool.
Hey, gap happens.
It's called a feeler gauge.
Find a paper clip. Paper clips are normally 35 thousandths of an inch.
Look at that.
Boom.
Wait,
Look
really?
at
Boom. Yep, boom. He's right.
Check this
He's
guy
not wrong.
out. Look at that. 35,000 cc.
Nice. All right,
That
now I'm
should
gonna
be a trivia question for next time.
I'm gonna find a paper clip. This is awesome. Good call. Hold on, let me see.
Talk about going MacGyver.
If I would have known he needed a damn gapper, I would have thrown it.
Yeah, this guy over here, he knows what's up.
Oh man. I just sent him a package of crap. If I would have known he needed a freaking gapper, I got like 10 of them laying around here.
Well, I don't need a gapper now. I got a paper clip somewhere.
Well, some other useful knowledge: a nickel is 5 grams, so that way you can know if your scale is on is calibrated correctly.
Hey, you know what? Out of giggles, I don't happen to have a dime. Not that we're talking about dropping dimes. I wonder how thick. I think dimes were also kind of in the ballpark too. I can't remember. It's been a minute since I've seen a dime.
I've got a dime. I'm struggling to find a paper clip, so that might be a good option.
No.
We're going to call the segment "Dropping Dimes." So let's see what's up.
A dime looks about the same width as a paper clip, though.
Yeah. If you got a not sound fancy, but if you got a vernier caliper, you can find out real quick that way too.
If this asshole ain't got a gapper, you think he's got a vernier caliper?
Yeah,
you know what?
No.
I've seen stranger things happen. You know, it's just like.
Let's see how far off these things are. Oh,
I can't see shit. Your camera's black.
Well,
There we go.
I went in the
Whoa!
house to find
Whoa! Chill with the language, would you? Wow.
It's after hours. We're past 9 o'clock. All your kids should be in bed.
It's past 10 p.m. Do you know where your kids are?
Yeah, they're all
Right.
in the house.
Where they should be.
I seen South Park. This is PG by comparison.
Can't believe I forgot to gap them.
Dude, it happens to the best of us. You know what it is? Like you go and you buy spark plugs nowadays. A lot of times they're platinum, and what do they tell you right up 21 Jump
That they're
Street?
pre-gapped. That they're pre-gapped.
Exactly.
Yep.
So
Yep.
they're conditioning on us not to have, these basic skills, and we kind of go on the wayside. Thus, you wind up with a no start situation, and that's what they're hoping for. You like you give up on it, you get yourself a different car or whatever. It's all part of the grand scheme that these guys got going on, which is horseshit. But hey, what do I know?
Right.
Well, a full throttle kind of guy would know that.
I think what what challenge is there to having financial stability and mental peace, having a car that you could just start up and go down the street? That doesn't build character.
I didn't know one worked with the other. You have one or the other. You never have both.
Exactly. And if you're a car, you'll never have both.
Nuh-uh.
Nah. What the hell happened to the wrench that I just had here?
Was it a 10 millimeter?
Oh shit! Yeah, I got 20 of them things.
Yeah, those things walk off.
Yeah, I'll mail it to you. Hey, so Taco, since you're popping and locking with us and dropping it like it's hot. All right, so question for you: if there was a car that you can have, you're cruising the Vario, and you're like, holy, there's the car I always wanted, and you're like, I'll make this happen. What would it be? No restrictions, any year period. What would make you do bad things to get this car?
I thought that was your previous question while I was in chat, and basically, I already made that vehicle, and I see it being enjoyed by others to this day. Like it's out there. It's a '73 Chevy Blazer with a 383 stroker built motor, and it's got the 4-speed manual with an NP205 transfer case.
Wow.
I think the only thing I didn't do to it was no. I even upgraded the front axle to a 10 bolt, so I believe it was 1 ton. Yeah, that thing was, dude. I love that thing, and I feel accomplished, and I just let it ride, and it was awesome that I got to see it like 2 weeks ago, and it's all flat black, and yeah, it's they finished the body and paint, and that was the only thing that was left. But yeah, man, dude, that thing, I made that thing catch air. Like I actually jumped that thing like it was a freaking monster truck. And I don't know, I'm letting other people enjoy it now. And it's nice to see it still out there.
That is nice.
Yeah. Dude, I don't know. I'm telling, I can't describe it, but I had so much fun in that thing. Like doing super illegal stuff. Like passing people in the center lane in the highway or crossing the freeway, to turn around like it was my own personal driveway. I could go wherever I wanted in that thing.
It's liberating, huh?
Yeah.
Are we sure it's a dime that's the correct spacing?
Well, here I got hold it up, and I got my caliper, and we'll see where it fits, and we'll just go there. Yeah, we're really close. Hang on a second. That's about 35 thousandths. Look right.
Hey, you got welding wire, don't you? That's should be 03. Is it 035 or 030?
Oh, there you go.
Like,
yeah. Taco pulls back one for the win. I think he had 030. that he was using.
Well, then just go cut hair over if you need the 035.
Oh, it should run on an 030 though.
Yeah, it's 030.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. Use that.
So it just
Gap
needs to
it.
be that or a little
Yeah.
over.
Oli says 030, it'll run.
Yeah, it should run. 3.5 is a little wide because you figure the point system takes a little bit more. The coil's probably not as hot, so I would definitely 030 versus 3.5.
Yeah, 035 might be a bit much, huh?
Yeah, for the crappy stock coil.
Yeah, because don't you need like 032 for that?
What the hell is the jump normally? What's it supposed to be, Bryce?
What?
What's the gap supposed to be?
Thank you for thinking that I would know.
All right, let's assume it's a Briggs and Stratton and say 032.
Yep. That's what I was going with.
It's a flathead. It's got valves in the same position. Sure.
Yeah.
I think it was actually. I think we had it, and I think yeah. Hold on. I gotta bend it back.
All right. So, if ever you're looking for change, normally your wife's purse will be a treasure trove. For some reason, my wife uses her purse as a self-defense mechanism, and that thing weighs like 32 pounds, and it's like a slot machine. So, I got a dime. So, here we go. Oh shit!
That's like.
Yeah, she's way too big there. Holy shit!
Yeah, it seemed a little much.
Well,
What is it?
really,
What
if
is
you got
it?
an HEI, it's normally 45 thousandths of an inch. But
Are you asking me something?
No. I was asking Mike. I was like, what'd that die measure out at?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
045?
Yeah.
057?
Yeah, it was pretty huge. It's like HEI territory, or if you got like an MSD box.
Oh, damn, it's so big he doesn't even want to actually say the numbers. Holy shit.
It's damn. Oh, this motherfucker.
The only trick I remember was using a business card on your points. Because the business card was the right thickness to set your points at. Which is like 17 thousandths, I think. 18.
I was like, yeah, but that's a bygone era anymore. Like business cards are not a standard.
I have those too. I don't have my
his card should have points. What if it is the points and the points collapse?
Well, if he'd opened his damn package.
Check your package. They're saying check your package.
I don't know if you want to do it on TV, but
All right, hold on. I'll go grab it. Hold on.
If you want to save it for a video, save it for a video.
Well,
yeah. You got to have that content,
I kind of went and bought him a bunch of shit that I know he wasn't going to get anytime soon. So, and I was tired of this thing running like fucking canned ass.
Well, do you want me to save it always, or do you want me to open it now?
No, you open it when you want to open it.
Okay.
I don't need you setting stuff up. I'm gonna say stuff late at night.
What?
Yeah, basically, you got to get to work once you open that.
Yeah. There's a box of you got lots of shit to do.
Nice, I love it. That's a good problem to have. I'll take that problem.
Hurry up and make the damn video.
So according to my Craftsman Verniers caliper that I've had since 1987, 0.040.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, so
so that'll work on Duraspark and HEI.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or the MSD box.
Or MSD. Yep.
Yeah, that'll get you in the neighborhood to get that bad boy cranking.
not the lawnmower in a row here.
Yeah, no.
Nice.
What are you using, Bryce? Did you find some wire?
Yeah, I clipped off some from the end of the TIG.
Just make it a little loose feeling, not snug, but just a slight bit loose, and it'll be fine.
Okay.
Hey,
Nice.
look, another first for any live action show like this to help a guy troubleshoot and go total MacGyver. MacGyver in the garage, we'll call this segment.
Well, I mean, I could have just stole a fistful of them from the damn parts store before sending his box out and gave him a real one. I mean, going back to Turlo's garage, one of those damn tools you need is a freaking gapper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have.
Yeah, I can't believe I sent him a timing light before I sent him a feeler gauge.
Oh, so he does have a timing light.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I kept asking him, and he wouldn't answer me if he had one or not.
he doesn't know how
No,
to
yeah,
use
I
it.
did.
He was using it as a flashlight.
Yeah.
He's like,
I
check out the
probably don't
strobe
know how to
light.
use it, but
I got a cool pistol grip strobe light here.
He just likes doing the open carry there in Arizona. He has it in a holster and shit. Looks all fancy. Looks like it's all Terminator and shit, scaring people at the parts store.
that's right.
So damn it, you've had a time like this whole time. We're trying to figure out Frankie's stuff.
Yeah, I told you that.
Oh,
I swear I told you.
well, remember when I told you to put the timing light on and check to see where it's set at before we start screwing with it?
Yeah, but I haven't done that yet.
Well, you already screwed with it. It's too late now.
Yeah, that ship done sailed.
The problem is there's no marks on the thing, so I don't know what I'm scanning.
Oh well, you gotta I always have to paint those back on. They're hard to see.
Yeah, you got to clean clean the grime and stuff off, and you'll see them. It takes a minute.
Yeah, it does.
I think they were painted over.
Oh yeah, that happens.
Well, that happens, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But they literally etch, I believe, right? 0 on all of the
They do.
harmonic balancers or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you'll see it definitely, and then you can go from there.
Yep. And usually by
That's good
10s or bigger marks, and then they'll maybe do 2, 4, 6s, just little slashes but no number. At least on
Gotcha.
Yep.
I did not know that.
Yeah, nothing's easy in this world, Bryce. Sorry.
I mean, can't one thing be easy? Like
No.
just like
You
one
have
thing?
to earn it all, buddy. You have to.
If it is,
earn it
we'll take it
all.
away.
But again, this is a good character building experience.
Absolutely.
You get
Yeah.
experience while a bunch of characters help you build it. Nothing like having 3 dudes looking over your shoulder as well as the World Wide Web checking you out.
That's right. That's
No,
right.
no pressure, Bryce. This is a career defining moment. You
Hey,
couldn't
Welcome
avoid
to
it,
the
but-
internet, motherfucker.
yeah.
From all the stupid stuff I've done with Frankie, I'm not too worried.
Yeah, you're good, bud. It's gonna be all right.
Frankie's come a long ways. You can't say nothing bad about that. You've learned a lot.
Nope.
He's come a long ways.
That
Yeah.
definitely Frankie does have some character, let me tell you.
Hey, he's drivable.
And, and think about it, we're in such a weird time in our lives where the stuff that we have that's new now, think about it when it gets to like Frankie's age. Are they going to be running? And if so, who's going to remember how to make them run? It's just, I almost shudder to think what it's going to look like. If it might not be around, so I don't care. I wouldn't care anyway. I'm in a shoebox somewhere in a closet, So, not my problem. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's kind of weird.
10 years ago, or maybe 15 years ago, I used to pass this little Model A pickup every morning on the way to work. And this guy, it was an old boy. I think he was coming from the speedometer shop that he owned. He drove this Model A pickup every single day. And every time in the morning I was passing him, he was like he was going to get breakfast somewhere. And I mean, just putting along, going down Fourth Plain, which is it's ludicrous to think now because it's so busy, but back then it wasn't too bad. But he'd just be putting down. I'd pass him every morning. He's coming the other way that I'm going, and he must have stopped somewhere and got some breakfast. Just an old boy in his Model A pickup. So
That's living.
If the gap's slightly tight, would that have stopped it from sparking, you think?
No, slightly tight would. It'd be 28 at the worst, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, it should have done something.
Well, it depends how tight is the question. Because too tight, where it's like literally touching, it's grounding itself out, and it's not enough, not jumping the gap. Again, the word gap coming up. But,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to send you a Get Gap sticker.
I love it. I'll rock it. I'll put it up.
Anytime like the president to promote it, get gapped.
I gotta get me some new stickers made.
Well, I tell you what, to get a lot of bang out of your buck, I'm telling you right now, Sticker Mule. What's kind of cool about them too is you could do a limited run of like 10 stickers.
Well, I need the designing part done too.
Well, talk to me. Well, I use a website called Place It, and I've got like I do an annual subscription on it, so I have like an unlimited license, so I can do my stuff, and then I put my stuff in promotion.
I've been on that site. I've been on Place It before.
It's not bad. It's just a matter of trying to. You got to think differently when you're looking in there for what it is that you want to try to do, and sometimes it takes a lot of surfing. But then once you're in there, your fonts or how you kind of want things, because some things you can move around, other things it's like a locked-in template. It doesn't give you a whole lot of lateral movement. But let me know or give me some ideas, and maybe I'll try to make something for you, and I'll shoot it your way and be like, give you all the masters, and you see what you like.
Well, I'm kind of leaning towards someone that can draw because I have a picture of what I want my mascot of sorts, I guess. It's a painting my grandmother painted of a duck mechanic, and I think you kind of see it, in the sticker I have now, but it wasn't a very good. I don't know what the hell it was. It was okay, but it was basically a clip art copy of it. But I think someone has to actually draw it on there to get the detail right. I don't know if you can just clip art that thing back onto another sticker.
Well, I don't see why you couldn't try to scan it, because at least by scanning it, you get the body of it itself, and then by making getting the body there, you can then decide whatever colors you want, and then put the color into it if you want color at all. You know what I mean? So it just depends.
I'll show you a picture of it. I don't have it here.
Oli, can you email me an image file or?
Yeah, I can do that. There's like a JPEG of it.
Yeah, something like that. Something. Yeah, because I think I might be able to give that to my daughter, and she might be able to do something with it.
Because it's a painting. It's a painting my grandmother did for my dad, who was a mechanic. It looked like Daffy Duck pissed off with a cigarette in his mouth. He's got his name right above here, which is Oli, and it says something at the bottom, but we don't want to put that on there because it's not good.
What does it say?
Oh God, something to the number of assholes he has to deal with, and it was a joke, but I can't remember.
Okay, well, include it. Make sure that's in the image because I want to see it. Like,
it's on my computer. I took a picture of it with my camera. It's a plaque hanging on the wall in his shop. It's like about yay big. My grandmother painted it. My grandmother was quite the painter, and she painted it and gave it to him. And I just took a picture of it, and I had Woody make me stickers of it. But he was scanning it, and you can only get it so clean when you scan it.
Yeah.
The resolution's got to be like super high, otherwise it doesn't come out real clean. But I'm thinking a graphic artist person has to actually redraw this thing. I'm thinking.
Yeah, I think anybody that has access to like a tablet, and then with whatever stylus that they're using, they can just go over the lines and make it rich and thicker. So you can actually accentuate the lines itself without losing the integrity of the piece. So
Yeah, and
it's definitely
yep,
something to be done.
I've seen both my kids do that on their iPads. Like,
Crazy what
yeah,
technology is now. Huh?
yeah. Email it to me if you don't have my email. I'll give it to you.
Okay.
Like,
Or I can get it from Bryce. Does he have it?
Yeah, I
I'm
could get
not
it for you.
perfect.
I don't know if I have it, but I could get it for you.
Or my emails should be in my information on this too. Or hell, I'll put it up here. I don't give a shit. Let's see.
Now, question, Oli, with the playback of the footage that we're doing now, in case people wanted to check it later on, does it only shows your perspective, or does it show the entire frame of the four of us?
What you're seeing is what you get, man.
Right. So if I'm
Yeah.
flipping between, if I'm like focusing on you or Taco or Bryce, it'll show that is on the playback.
Gotcha.
Wherever I'm setting the frame to.
Cool.
I think this is it.
Yeah, hey, again, like I said, I think technology's there. You go.
I think that's the right one there, Taco.
Oh wow, it's not showing up, huh? Hold on.
Yeah, I see it.
Comments.
No,
Wow,
it's on
it's on chat.
no, it's right on the screen.
It should be on the bottom screen on my panel.
Oh.
It's under your picture.
Oh,
Uncle
Jeez.
Nasty Finger at yahoo.com. What the hell?
oh,
What?
Oli's
Huh?
okay. Well, at least I know it's Gmail because that means I can't use my Proton to talk to you for some reason. Yeah, Proton Mail does not communicate
Oh, really?
with Gmail. Yeah.
Huh.
Well, try it. And if it doesn't work, then I'll send it to you from my other one. I'll just get your email from Bryce.
No,
Oli,
it's fine.
how
I
many
got a
viewers do we
Gmail,
happen to
man.
have right now?
What?
Oh, Oli, how many viewers do we happen to have right now?
5.
What? Damn. A little bit of a drop off from 21, but hey.
Oh man, I scared everyone off.
Oh no.
Dude, hey, and I mean this in the sincerest and most flattering ways. Dude, we just put a freaking Hawaiian shirt on you. Dude, we got the reincarnation of Wolfman Jack.
Oh, Taco?
Yeah.
Wait, you want me to go put my Hawaiian shirt on? Because I can do that.
Oh, see, he's got one.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Woo!
Yeah. All right, baby.
All right, baby.
It's time for the Wolfman.
Oli's, does this box have anything that helps with the spark?
The battery? Yeah, a little bit.
No, this box. This box.
That box has everything to do with the spark.
Should we open it now?
Well, you wanted to make a big deal, so make a big deal out of it. But yeah, everything
Right,
in that
time to
box,
shine.
everything in that box creates fire.
Okay, awesome.
Oh,
Awesome.
gunpowder? Cool.
Let's see if
There's
this
lots-
made a difference.
You're going to have ATF knocking on your door in the morning.
All right, email sent, brother.
All right,
So
I'll
that-
have to,
you should have my email.
Hey, Dancing
Okay.
Reynolds says open it. So, hey.
after I get out of this live, I'll get in there and send it back to you. I got to dig it up. I should have it on my computer. I'll send you one back.
Just take
Right
a
on,
special
right on.
file that you have that's hidden.
Well, I'm just gonna give it to I'm gonna send it to my kids and be like, hey, make this happen, and they're gonna make it happen.
Yeah, because I was kind of doing a deal where I had the character and then I was having the cars, my favorite cars in the background. But the problem is the cars I'm doing on my channel are not on my sticker. But the cars that are on my sticker, I haven't got on the channel yet. So it's like, I need to redo this. So yeah, they could.
All right.
Oh.
Sounds a lot better.
Yeah.
Try to hold the gas pedal a little bit open to get additional air. Don't pump it.
Normally it starts a little easier than that.
Are you getting fuel in the carburetor?
Huh.
When you hit the accelerator pump, is it squirting fuel in there?
Yeah, it is for sure.
Okay.
I'm kind of worried that maybe it's the Sparky because when Turlos and I were messing with it, that was barely working, and we did the penny trick, and that was working, but you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Well,
What's the penny trick?
Rubbing
If
copper on the contacts.
Oh, okay.
yeah, and it worked.
There may or may not be a replacement device for that such thing in that box.
Well, that's why I was tempted to open the box, but then I'll kill
Yeah.
my mail call video, you know?
Oh,
Welcome back,
hey,
Chris.
look who's back. What's going on, brother? I'm on the
Who's
wrong
back?
screen here. Oh, I just turned my comments off. There we go. I'm all fucked up. There we go. Right on, brother.
Ah, there we go.
He lives
Nice.
out in the sticks,
Nice.
so every time power goes out, he's usually the first one for it to go out on.
Where's he at?
He lives about 45 miles northeast of me.
Oh,
he-
damn.
I'm in Vancouver, so he's like, shit, way out there.
He's like half Canadian.
Not quite, but he's up in the hills.
Yeah.
Hey, you
But-
got people asking for the box. Okay, you got to give the people what they want.
Yeah. He's opened the box already.
What?
Like, what's in the box?
Yep. They want to know what's in the box.
What do you think, girlies?
That's on you, brother.
I'm going to open it, and I can still do the mail call after. I'll put her
You're
all
gonna-
back in here.
You're going to do like a
Yeah.
fake surprise look? Like you just
Here you
took
go.
it, smelled it?
Yeah.
None of this shit's
Nobody
real
will
anyway.
know. They won't know.
No one will know. No one will know. No
One
one
thing
will
about
know.
the city, Chris, is my power doesn't seem to go out.
It's like, who's gonna know?
No one
All
will
right,
know.
Let's see. I'm opening it upside down so your address doesn't show, Elise.
Oh,
Is that a problem?
no, I don't think so. I don't remember how I packed that fucking thing.
Oh, I got
It's
Mr.
one.
Pete's
It's
wrapping
one.
paper.
It's 1, 2, 3. Snowplow Lane.
Ford Junk Drive.
It's no 1313 Mockingbird Way.
Oh, what is? Oh, yeah. Boom. Yeah, we're doing this right now.
Yep. Here's the unboxing. Just
Here's
Yes.
the shitty thing.
just clip this, bro, and that will be your
Here's the shitty
unboxing
thing,
video.
You need to
Yes.
have a tool to put those plugs together because they don't make a set that come together.
Oh, let's build your own plug wires.
Well, yeah, you got to put the one end on. That's the only shitty thing.
Are you sure? Oh, yeah.
But that's a good
You're
way to
putting
go.
on big boy pants.
Yeah.
But coming from a guy who doesn't know I'm a fucking gapper, I was thinking, okay, maybe you can round up the tool for putting plugs together. But
No, Jack has the tool. He let me borrow it with these ones. So, but
I
these are
was hoping.
yeah.
hoping Jack had.
They used to, when they sold you those kits like that, they would include the little wire
They used to.
crimping thing. But
Nice.
the more things change, huh?
Yeah.
That's how
Hey.
old, but
And I got the Rock Auto stickers. Hey, I
all
get two.
right.
How come your boxes get two? I only usually get one.
Well, it's because it came in two different freaking boxes.
Ollie's twice as nice.
Yeah. What is this?
Those
Oh,
are
is
more
that
parts
points?
of New York.
Wait, is this points?
You got to open that shit up,
Dang.
man.
Let's see.
Yeah, just like
Yeah.
Christmas.
Oh, there you go. Dang.
Ooh,
No.
rotor.
That's the rotor.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was called, but yeah.
All right.
Okay. Hey, at least I'm honest, you know.
Yep.
All right. And then point set. Nice.
Okay, now
Dang.
be careful. There's extra spring in there.
Yeah. Oh
Okay.
man. Yeah. You don't want to be losing that thing.
All right. I'll keep this one closed. Okay. Nice.
Remember, dwell's your friend.
Nice, dude. This is freaking awesome. Always condenser.
then-
What is this?
That's part of your point system.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not like you want to short the
Dang.
tubes in the radio or nothing, but hey, there you go.
Hey, for being a Ford guy, you got a lot of Dodge stuff.
Oh, be quiet.
Dude, Ollie's, this is seriously awesome. I really
You ain't
appreciate
done
it.
yet. Keep going.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Hey,
I'm just
Hey man,
saying.
Bachman turn overdrive. You ain't seen nothing yet, huh?
That's right.
That's right. What is this?
You know,
Tape.
what that is.
It says tape.
Oh well, yeah, it could be.
It says Tapa. Tapa. Oh, yeah. Okay. Nice. Hey, there we go.
Fucking
Dang, we're
stupid,
set.
Nice.
stupid ass
shiny.
Dodge rare crap.
It's all shiny and sparkly.
Yeah, I was trying to find a brass one though, rather than the aluminum. I'm not an aluminum fan.
Well,
You know,
But you can't
brass
find
is so hard to
it looks
find. man.
awesome.
You know what it is? Brass would last. That aluminum stuff.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, there you go. Wait, is this an oil filter?
Could be.
What, Wix? That's a good filter.
Oh, because this has that weird cartridge thing, huh?
Yes, sir.
Now, Bryce, you can take the toilet paper out that's in there and put that instead. You'll be fine.
Dude, that's awesome. How the hell do you change that?
Very
Oh, the
careful.
cap just comes off and it goes in
Yeah,
like
you
that?
There's a big long through bolt.
Oh,
See,
okay.
On the very end of it, it's a big
And
long
that just
bolt
goes
that goes
through?
through. Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, believe it or
Dang,
not,
look at that.
some cars would use would actually use toilet paper, but then you wonder why cars had to do an oil change every 1,000 miles.
Yeah.
I cleaned it with super clean before I sent it all.
Dang.
Well, it depends. You know, if you use John Wayne toilet paper,
Oh
you
shit!
could get the 3,000 miles. But
Yeah, no problem.
yeah, this soft
Bubble
modern
wrap.
stuff, no way.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna throw my trash in there, so I don't have to throw it away.
Wait a sec. This bubble wrap sucks. It doesn't pop.
Sorry, I
They're
can't
like
return that.
connected. Ah.
Look at what they've taken from you.
They
Bryce
bubble
is
wrap is like
opening a
gold.
gift box.
Nice.
Yeah, see, I didn't know you already got spark plugs.
But
Hey, that's all right.
at least you got Autolites. That's a good brand.
Yeah, I'll probably swap them for these ones. These are better.
And you definitely have to gap the Autolite ones.
Yeah. Okay.
I wonder
Wait,
what the
which
gap
one?
is on it. What do you think
Oh,
the
I
gap is going to
did.
be?
I guess those are auto lights on there.
Yeah, they were. I seen them.
Yeah.
Hey, that's cool. Hey, I'll need to swap those soon anyway, so that works out awesome. Hey, I definitely need this.
Yeah,
Now you're
I
a black
figured,
belt.
but-
Congratulations.
Dude, that's awesome. Hell yeah.
Oli,
Yeah, I
you've
wish
got
I
a
could
good
do
heart,
this
man.
right. Well, I could do a lot of this right now.
It took me a few different sources to get all together, but yeah, the points in the
Dude.
condenser are the hardest thing to find.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
the points are a
scary.
pain in the ass.
I mean, if they're hard to
Seriously
find, you should link them so he can order a couple of backups.
Well, let me put it this way:
Yeah.
I had to buy that from another guy that only had one set.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
I was afraid you were going to say
Wow.
that.
I mean, they're out there, but they're like 3 times the price. So this,
Yeah.
the cheap ones, cheaper the run.
Dang.
Yeah,
Dude,
so
this
looks
is
like
awesome.
you might want to
Okay.
consider doing electronic swap down the road.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we can take the gas cap off that bitch and slide a 318 underneath it. Solve the
Yeah.
problem.
I think we got room. Dude, hey, but seriously, Ollie's, thank you, man. This was really cool of you.
Yeah, no sweat.
Dude, this is huge.
I was tired
Dude,
of
that's an
listening to you run
awesome
like
care
shit.
package.
Yeah. Dude, seriously. How much can I do right now?
Well, I think
I mean, it's only 1:45. You can do a lot.
Jack or somebody should probably help you with the points to get those set right.
Yeah.
That
Jack
is a
would
little bit
want
of
to
a
help
skill.
you with that. This would be fun to do some of it. Yeah, because Jack gets into this stuff.
Well, the points is once you do a few, you'll be fine, but you haven't done any yet, so it would be best to have someone do them with you at least a couple times.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
there's
They're
a
not
little
really
bit of a
hard.
learning curve on them.
Yeah.
No pun
Yep.
intended.
Yeah, there is a learning curve. Absolutely.
Okay. Nice. Hell yeah.
Chaz, what are you doing up this late? It's way past your bedtime.
Dang, that's cool.
We're watching Bryce open up his little treasure chest I sent him.
This has been a pretty action-packed segment, man.
Best box ever.
I was tired
Yeah,
of
that's
listening
cool.
to Morticia cough and gasp and freaking run like ass. Send that
Sick of
bitch
hearing
to
her
work.
not run.
Well, yeah, and when it did run, it sounded like it was like dying and half the holes weren't firing. I'm like, all right, that's enough.
Yeah.
Send
Hey,
those
with
kids
those
some
things, I'll be able to get her going with that, though. She'll at least drive.
Huh?
She'll at least drive with all those parts. Once
Well, I
I put
hope
all
so.
those on.
Too many PBRs in the garage. Decisions were made. That's right.
Dude, check out
Jack-
those headlights. Don't those turn out good?
Are those halos?
Oh yeah.
And I got the thanks to Ollie's hooked that up too.
That was another find.
Yeah.
A little scratching to do that. Those
That's pretty cool.
weren't bad. Those damn taillights. I swear to God, if you break one of those, I'm gonna fly down there and kick your ass. Those freaking taillight lenses. I don't know what the hell they're made out of, but they're impossible to find.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they cost half of a
We-
mortgage payment,
We
right?
ain't discussing that.
Yeah, they're pretty cool looking though.
And what's really weird is I found a whole bunch of like right side ones, but I couldn't find any lefts. And the stupid Dodge and their stupid left and rights. I don't understand that. It's such an easy design to make into, make them both sides. And I don't know why they made them.
And let me
specific.
guess, it's a 1-year option, isn't it? Or 1-year model.
Well, it's weird. The Wayfarer was different than like you got the Plymouth Dodge and then the Soto and all those. Every one of them was different. Every freaking one of them was different. And the Wayfarer was one of its own. And what was the other model? Oh, Meadowbrook. The Meadowbrook was one of its own. And it's like, freaking Chrysler. It stress you out.
Dude, those skulls are sick though.
It is pretty cool. Not gonna lie.
They work pretty good. Well, the one light turned on, right? You had one headlight.
Yeah, no, they're working. I still have to wire up the halo part, but that's no big deal. I gotta do that soon though.
Now, when you want me to try to send you parts for your doors, you're shit out of luck because that's all expensive stuff.
For the door.
I was looking up the felts and the track stuff and man,
all this stuff.
the
Yeah.
wind wing parts. Well, I'm like because your door glass has
these
runs.
These seals are still good. Look, they're
No. For your door glass,
Oh, these ones.
the door run stuff, the
Oh, the
rubber
rattle
for the
strips?
wind wing. Yeah,
No, these cracks are supposed to be there.
not those.
It's
On the
so you
side.
can see different angles.
That gaping hole your head sticks through. That one there.
Oh, this one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you need the door glass and the wind wing and stuff. That's on you, bro.
Yeah. we might rock with none for a while.
Just get a
Your
set of
windshield-
goggles. You'll be good to go.
Yeah, the windshield's flat glass. You can get that cut anywhere.
Yep.
Actually, I got a guy now.
Oh, you
What
got
up,
it?
did you happen to see that short video that I did with the it was a blue Chevy. What was it? It was like a 50s Chevy. What was it? What was the
Hold on,
car?
I'm gonna get a haircut real quick. This shit's itchy.
He's dying from the heat.
No, it's
Anyways,
just itchy.
oh, the the guy down in my neighborhood, his kid just got this blue old 50 Chevy, and the guy's a glass guy, so he can do it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I told you it's flat glass. Like, dude, that's a bitchin' position to be in because anybody
Yeah.
can cut you that.
I love it.
Your back glasses, I think, is the only one you got to worry about. 'Cause I think it's curved.
Yeah.
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 Do not break that back glass.
Well,
Never.
If you end up doing the only real cost-effective way to replace it, you're gonna have to Lexan it
yeah.
Yeah.
like a gangster, but it's gonna have a short lifespan, especially being in Arizona.
Oh yeah, getting sandblasted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's better
Yeah.
than nothing. But at least it ain't like a Barracuda back window.
Oh,
The greenhouse, the 60 was it 64 to 65, 66?
that big back glass, the real
Yeah.
long one. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Whoa.
I think that was one of the largest rear windshields in a car. It's like almost like 24 square feet of glass.
Damn.
Dang.
Nuts.
It's a lot of glass.
64 to 66. Right there. Chaz knows.
Yep.
Ted's the man.
Yeah.
PBRs and all, he's on top of it.
Yeah, the other thing I was looking for, I've been on a hunt for a steering wheel, but I don't think you really want it.
Get him
No?
a chain. They got him a chain link steering wheel in Arizona. That'll be magical, especially in August. that instead of oven mitts, he'll be
He
standing
wanted a
on that
stock
road.
one. He wanted a stock wheel, and in classic Mopar fashion, they have 90 different versions of it for the same year.
Yeah.
So it's like the horn ring and the button and the wheel, all that shit has to all match. And of course, Mopar part numbers is just like a serial of numbers. They don't really have a method or madness to their numbering system. So the guy flips the wheel over in the picture and gives you the part number. I'm like, okay, that's great. What the fuck's that mean? Which horn ring goes with that one? It's like, ugh. And then you have the truck, and then you have the car, and again we're back to the DeSoto, Plymouth, Dodge, and so yeah, I don't know what to tell you on that one. If you want a stock steering wheel, maybe
And the funny thing too with that wheel, it's probably like gigantic. What's it like? Almost like 19 inches in diameter. So
it should be a big one, yeah.
Yeah.
Which, how much room do you got there now between your knees and the wheel?
I got a decent amount of space. I mean, it's pretty roomy in here. I got the seat pulled back a little bit too, but
I know it'll make it better to steer with no power steering. They have a bigger wheel.
I've got about that much space between the wheel and my leg.
That's not bad. It's
Yeah.
good space.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Now,
But this, I don't
between
know
the
what
wheel and
size
the door
this
is a
wheel
different
is.
thing.
I wonder if.
Well, I mean, are you gonna replace the motor, like the running gear, basically, like
Once
motor,
I can,
training,
yeah.
transmission, like
Yeah. I
The-
like
you're probably gonna want to get rid of that steering column that
Exactly.
is known as a basically a piercing rod, right? If you get into an accident, like you're gonna want to get rid of, and so your options for a steering wheel like opens up a lot at that point.
Oh, I putting a tilt column in or something?
Yeah, putting just a newer type column.
Yeah.
Just
when they use the collapsing technology where it goes in as opposed to, like you're saying, getting impaled.
Yeah. I mean, it's something to think about if you're, if you're gonna update all these other things, why wouldn't you update that as well?
Yeah.
Just for safety's sake.
Yeah.
I the one thing I would say, and the best bit of advice I could give in regards to if you're tackling things like that, is try to do it in smaller segments where unless you can dedicate and know you can keep the momentum going in it, but just do like one small thing at a time where you can still keep the car streetable and drivable. Like, don't try to reinvent the wheel, because I think that is like the number one project killer. Because think about it, when you look at like Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace, the amount of vehicles that are littered with, oh yeah, I took it apart to paint it, because these guys watch those, car improvement shows. You see two jackaloons working on a car, but they don't see the whole army of other technicians back
Yeah.
there helping them get all that stuff done and organizing. And you got a guy for this, a guy for that, and the whole bit. And it happens to come together magically in 30 minutes, and that ain't the case. And like I said, I know a lot of times people, they get disheartened in a project, and that kills a lot of steam. But I think like there's like the I did it line where you can get like that general column. You just got to find out what your distance is, what kind of a joint or coupler you're going to need between your current steering box and the new column. And then by having a new column, that opens the door to getting like a better blinker system, or getting a
Yep.
hazard integrated into it, which increases safety, for you and the car and family, or whomever's in the car with you too. So that's something to look forward to as well. I think Pirate Jacks, and there's a couple other places that sell those generic columns. It's like I did it basically, without the I did it price. I think when I
Yeah.
got my column from a Galaxy, I got it for like 184.
I got a Flaming River knockoff of my 56.
Yeah, that too, Flaming River.
Huh.
Flaming River
Yeah.
design is kind of like the early 60s version of the tilt. I did it's the later 60s, 70s version of the tilt.
Yeah.
That's who they copied,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah, it's pretty much going to be a GM column,
Yeah.
no matter what you get. But again, the modern ability, plus knowing the fact that you got fresh bearings in there and seals and whatnot, because Murphy's Law, you're going down the road and all of a sudden you lose a bearing or whatever, or you're going around a corner and you're having to struggle steer it anyway. It'll kind of help a little bit more with not having to worry about that, or having that sometimes that electrical gremlin that you can't track. And a lot of times, believe it or not, it's like in your steering column and you can't even get there, or even like the turn signal mechanism. Probably with that one, it's probably one of those turn signals that is like added to the column itself in its own self-contained unit.
Yeah, I think they're optional. So yeah, it would be. I'd have to look it up, but I'm willing to bet you it's that unit that goes onto the side of the column you add on, which you
But
can
yeah,
do
there
too.
isn't any turn signals.
Huh?
Yeah, here,
There's
it's
no
right
turn
here.
signal.
Right there.
Huh?
It's right here. It's on your shoulder. Just go like this.
Yeah, they are.
Well,
optional.
and hey, good night, Puglisi's speed shop.
Yeah, Chaz
Later,
Bill.
Chaz.
I don't blame him, dude. I think he's an East Coast guy. Paisan had to call it at night. It was like almost 1 o'clock in the morning there. So I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
Yeah,
right now I just want to get it so I can putt around a little bit, maybe drive to Jack's house and then save up to get a donor card to get, hopefully like Ollie's was saying, like I love what he was saying about like, 4-door 318 something where I can pull all that out and,
Just something
but-
simple.
yeah.
yeah.
And it doesn't necessarily have to be a dart. It could be, like I said, even the Volare, that kind of body style, because again, you're maintaining the integrity of having everything all Mopar. But again, for the bang for the buck factor, but the darts honestly do tend to come in mega cheap, and nobody shows any love to them cars.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you
Yeah.
were going with the an LS swap, and then doing
No.
a Ford 9-inch in the back. And no,
I would
No
know.
LS. I'm not an LS guy. I don't know.
I'm kidding.
hey,
I'm kidding.
whatever works for people, but I feel like it's definitely been done so much,
Well, I mean, look, I don't want to sound like a 383 dork, but I do believe Dodge had their own 383.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, like
That's B block.
which is way different than like my small block stroker motor, but I've heard good things about that. That might be
Oh,
something.
383s are
You think
beasts.
it's
Okay.
too
And even the
big?
400s.
You think it's too big for that 42?
It'll get in there, but it's just space is going to be a premium.
Now,
Anything will fit.
Yeah,
Anything.
yeah. Most people don't realize these older, like 40s and 50s cars are actually a lot smaller than what you think. Like the camera makes them look big because they're bulbous and round, but they're not very big vehicles.
But he's got an inline six, so it's got the length probably no problem.
Yeah.
Just that width you worry about.
you mean girth?
Well, a little bit of
Yeah.
BFH on the
Family
fenders
show.
or the inner
Now,
fender wells, right? I mean,
now
you can
here's the
make it
thought,
happen.
though. Now, one car you might want to look for, and you can get it on the cheap a lot of times, those Chrysler 300s, or sometimes even the Magnums. They did have those Hemis in them, where it's like the 5.7 or
Oh,
whatever, and it's a
yeah.
narrow V8 because it's based on the LA
Yep.
engine. So again, it's in that wheelhouse, but again, you can have that Hemi in it.
Dude, I like this guy up here. He knows. Yeah, he's
The
on
only thing
point.
I was trying to do is keep the principle of KISS.
Yeah,
Keep it simple,
Keep it
stupid.
simple.
Yep.
Get into the fuel injection shit, and then Bryce is going to get left behind. He's not familiar with it. So I was thinking of what can Bryce handle by himself, getting this thing running.
Yeah.
You
So
know, I don't
definitely.
Bryce can handle anything. He just got to
Well-
put his mind to it. He
Well,
can do
here's
it.
the thing, because let's say you do the 318 that we're all kind of talking about. The nice thing is the jump from a 318 to then a Hemi, or
Yeah.
the new gen Hemi, it's not that big of a leap.
Well,
So-
Mongrels even stepped up and said, "Hey, if Bryce, if you get the engine and shit together and get it in the car," Mongrel said he would even help him through that because he's done several.
There you go. Yeah.
I'm not familiar with him, so if he goes that route, I'm just going to be waving my flag, going "Go Bryce," because I have no fucking clue what he's doing. I'm in a car. I'm a carbureted guy in a fuel injected world. I don't belong.
Oh, hey, Dave,
I'm being booted.
Guilty.
I gotta run.
You're what?
I'm being booted. I gotta run.
How you being booted?
He's hammering himself.
The lady's calling.
Better be coming with something too. If you're gonna ditch the boys, it better be for a good reason.
It's always for a good reason.
No pressure.
Well,
No pressure.
don't worry about that. I know. Yeah. All right.
Wow. Okay.
I don't know how to respond to it. I don't know. All right.
Yeah.
Sorry, I gotta hop off though.
All right. Hey, nice talking to you for the first time there, Bryce. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
thank you. Nice chatting with you.
And thank you for the
Taco,
group as well. I mean, it's a real phenomenal group on YouTube. So whatever survivors we got, if you haven't already done it, get on the YouTube group on Facebook, man. It'll make a difference for you.
I love it. I love it. All right.
I think
we'll
it's
get
probably
you
a good
guys.
time to shut her down, anyways.
Yeah.
It's been over 2 hours, so
Well, it's Friday. I had to work tonight, so I've done a 5-dayer this week. I'll probably hit the friggin' pillow when the time I get to the house. So,
Yeah, right. You'll be on Facebook Marketplace before you know it. That's the reason why he wants to get off. He senses a Ford pickup truck for sale real cheap, and he's like, I can't live without it. It's got a 460 in it. I need it.
I've got one I'm saying a hard no to already. I've got another one I got to go look at maybe tomorrow.
For you,
I
a
don't know.
hard no is really a maybe
Yeah.
to immortal.
oh man, he's pressing you. That's good. I like it.
He's not wrong, but I'm probably going to actually fade tonight and tomorrow morning.
We know our own kind, so it's one of those things.
Oh yeah,
the cars and trying to avoid getting the next car is like it's an act like man. It's like going to church, man. You like trying to go to confessional. It's like, oh Father, forgive me. I've been on Facebook Marketplace.
I got another surprise. I'm holding back yet. I'm not going to reveal, but it's coming.
Well, hey, honestly, we did a lot. Met some new people. Hey, pulled the cylinder head. You saw some spark plug action. We tried MacGyvering, spark plug gaps. So hey, there was a lot of firsts. Can't wait to see what the next episode is going to be. So be there or be square. So what? Beginning of April then? April 1st?
Yep.
First week of
Oh,
first Friday of every month.
cool.
What?
Well,
Well,
there you
it's
go.
like April 3rd or something. I had to look it up. Yeah, something like that.
It'll be Monday the 1st.
No.
Or yeah.
Yeah, well, we're
Yep.
going to shoot for Friday then, so that'll be
Oh, so that'll
April the
be
5th.
yeah.
Ooh, how are we going to do that? It's swap
Yeah,
meet weekend, isn't it?
5th.
Is what we do?
Isn't
Oh,
that swap meet weekend?
well, but still, we can still do it in the evening. You're going to be there all day long or all night long, And then we can
I
show
don't
all the
know.
stuff that we got.
I've gotten wasted at a booth and not made it home before.
Yeah.
That
It do be like that, as the kids say.
All right.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing. Then we'll meet up on the 5th, and then we'll do a little joint little thingy and the whole 9 yards, and do something kind of creative.
That'll work. That'll work. All right. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, we don't. Again, we were holding
All right.
Bryce hostage, as they say. The Spanish goodbyes are killers. It's like takes you 40 minutes to say goodbye. The kids are all crying, and the wife's over there counting the bullets in her guns. It's like, let's go. And you're like, all right,
I don't
kids.
have
Well, it's been a pleasure
Cool.
meeting you.
Have a
Hey,
good night,
All right,
everyone.
Taco, my man. Hey, it's a pleasure meeting you too. And next
Hey.
time, rock the Wolfman thing. Have you spin a little wax in the background.
all right. I'll do it. Sorry to disappoint.
No, you didn't disappoint at all.
All right, guys.
So
All
April
right.
the 5th, be there or be square. Or
right.
or whatever.
Good night. See you
Ow!
guys.
Right, now.
Bye, guys.
How for the Wolf
Good night.
All right, later.
All right.